Hello. This is a video on how to play Quarto. Now, Quarto is probably the most exciting game that we have encountered so far, and that is because um, it's a very new game and it's quite different from anything we have ever seen before. And so let's just go through the rules really quickly here. Now, first of all, Quarto is a two-player board game, and it was invented fairly recently by a Swiss mathematician in 1991. So the game is played on a 4x4 board. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there are 16 unique pieces to use. And so you'll see what I mean in a minute. But essentially, players take turns placing pieces on the board, trying to make an alignment. And it's quite a simple game. It is quite a different game. And there's multiple aspects of it that I really like. Number one, I don't think anybody has ever really heard of Quarto before. Number two, um, it's just different in terms of the gameplay and in terms of how turns are taken. And number three, obviously this is online, but if you get a Quarto board in real life, it's quite aesthetic. It's because they're pieces made of wood. The board looks really nice, and there's chances are you may have seen a Quarto board before, but you didn't actually know it was a Quarto board. And so, with that out of the way, so the game is played on a 4x4 board, and we have 16 pieces over here. And so, players take turns choosing a piece for the other player. And you say, hold on, wait a second. So, if it's player two's turn, player one picks the piece player two must place on the board. Similarly, if it's player one's turn, player two picks the piece player one must place on the board. Now, you have to place 4 pieces in a row that share the same characteristics. So a row, 4 pieces in a row could be 4 pieces horizontally, 4 pieces vertically, or 4 pieces diagonally. And so now you're saying, okay, well, what does it mean by 4 pieces in a row? What 4 pieces do we have to place in a row? And that is dependent upon these pieces right here on the left. So we've gone through most of the basic rules, the history. You have to place 4 pieces in a row on the 16 by 16 square. You pick your opponent's piece that they're going to place. So notice how there are pieces on the left here. Some of them have holes, some of them are square, some of them are circle, some of them are solid, some of them have holes, and some of them are wide, and some of them are small. So you have to create a line with 4 pieces, either vertically, horizontally, or diagonally, with 4 pieces that share the same characteristic. So let's say I want to create a winning row of pieces. I could do 1, 2, 3, 4. What four characteristics do these four pieces that I just highlighted my cursor with share? They all have the same color. Similarly, I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. What do the four pieces I highlighted with my cursor share? They all have the same shape, circular. I could also go 1, 2, 3, 4. What do the four pieces I highlighted share? They all have the same characteristic. They are all solid and not hollow. What else could I do? Well, I could also go, I think I've covered all of them. Oh, I could also go with size. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do the four pieces I just highlighted have in common? They all have the same size. They are all big. And so any of those pieces, four of any of those characteristics in a row is a winning sequence. And obviously when you win, you also have to show Quarto. Um, and so once again, you just want four pieces in a row with the same characteristic. And so there is a lot of possibility here. You could make four pieces in a row with many of these pieces. Notice how no two pieces are exactly the same. We don't have a solid large blue square and another solid large blue square. We have a solid large blue square and a solid large hollow square. So no two pieces in the pieces that you are given, four of each characteristic, are identical. Now, so you're given, excuse me. So you're given 16 pieces. We have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and then the one piece that we are using. And so that's essentially the objective of the game. It's quite a simple game. It's quite unique. And I'm honestly really excited to demo this game here. Now, let's just go through a quick demo here. So let's place that piece right here. Notice how I clicked the red square. I got to pick the piece for player 2. Now, the piece automatically got selected for me, so that means player 2 picked the piece that I must place. Now, this is good for me. Remember, when you're picking a piece, you want to pick a piece such that it can obstruct your opponent. It makes it hard for them to get four in a row of the same characteristic. Now, this is good for me. Notice I have a circle here and a circle here. So the shape is the same. I'm going to attempt to put four in a row, like so. And my opponent has a red square, so I am going to pick a blue solid circle for my opponent. Now, there's two ways of looking at this. The opponent's color is red. This is blue, that's different. This is a circle, this is a square. However, this is the same size. So this still counts as a characteristic if my opponent wanted to get four in a row of the big squares. Furthermore, if I pick the blue square, it may take that piece away from me because notice I am also using circles and blue as well. So I'm actually going to pick a red small circle. And so he placed it right there. Now he gave me a blue solid circle. I'm going to place it right there. And if my opponent is smart, which he's not, oh, well, he is because he knew that he could place this piece wherever he wanted to because he gave me a piece that wouldn't give me four in a row. So, what do? I place the piece right here. Player 2 has won. Why has player 2 won? Because They put 4 circles in a row. 4 circles in a row. It doesn't matter who put down these pieces before. The player who puts down the winning piece is the one who wins. And so let's start out with a new game here. And so let's turn up the difficulty a bit. So you kind of get the hang of how to play it now. I select my opponent's piece. Now, obviously, you need a lot of practice with this because this is a game based on mathematics and being able to think ahead. I'm going to choose a hollow, small, blue square. This shares no characteristics. This is hollow, this is solid, this is blue, this is red, this is small, this is big, and this is, I think I've covered them all of the characteristics, the 4 characteristics. And so, oh, and this is square and this is circle. So I'm going to pick that, and he picked that for me, so I'm going to do that. What does not share any characteristic with this? I think a... Now, what are we going to pick? We know that if we give our opponent a small shape, he will place it there and win. So we are going to give him a big shape. He placed it there, he gave me a big shape. Now, I'm put in a predicament. I can't place it here because if I place a piece here, I have to either give him a big piece or a small piece. If I give him a small piece, he'll place it there. If I give him a big piece, he'll place it here. So I'm going to place it there. Let's give him another big piece. He placed it there. Now, he gave me a big piece. If I place a piece there, I have to give him either a big piece or a small piece. I don't want to do that. I also don't want to place a piece here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a piece right here. And then give my opponent, I can't give my opponent a small piece, so I have to give him a big piece, and he placed it there. Now, he gave me a small piece, and so I'm going to place it, I can't place it, I could place it here, give him a circle. If I place it here, I just need one more square there, so I could place a piece here, give him a circle, he cannot win. And that's exactly what I'm going to do. He gave me a circle now, so he's smart. I can't place a circle here. Actually, I could place a circle there, and that's what I'm going to do. Place a circle there. If I place a circle anywhere else, I'm forced to either give him a circle or a square. And that means he'll place a circle there, or he'll place a square there, and then he'll win. So I'm going to place a circle right there. What am I going to give him? I'm going to give him a square. And player 2 won. How did player 2 win? Because I was not thinking. I should have given him the hollow square. These 4 are 4 in a row with the same characteristic. They're 4 solids in a row. So we lost that match. But let's just do one more, just so you truly get the hang of it. Now I have to block this so he cannot place a small object right there. And you actually have to truly think about all the characteristics. Now I'm going to give him a red. If I give him a blue, he'll place the blue there and he'll win. If I give him a red, There's nothing he can truly do right now in order to secure the victory. But he still secured the victory. Oh no! I lost either way. If I gave him the blue, he would have put it there. If I gave him a red circle, he would have put it here, having 4 circles. See, there are characteristics I'm not even thinking about. These games are really quick, so let's just play another one. Let's place a circle here. I can't give him anything hollow because he'll place it right there. Can't give him a solid circle because you'll place it right there. I have to give him a solid square. And he still placed it. And he won because he was gonna win anyway. There's 3 squares right there. Oh no, he didn't win. He did not win. Let's see here what you can do. If I give him a solid square. Wait, did he win? How so? No, it does not look like. Oh yes, he did. I forgot about diagonal. He has 4 in a row diagonally. So as you can see, it's a game with many possibilities. It's quite an abstract game, never before seen, and it is quite fun. It's easy to pick up, it's hard to master, and the games are quite quick. And so that's it, guys. Hope you enjoyed. This is a different type of game, but it's quite fun, so definitely give it a chance. That's it.